It's your girl T here, back with another Tea Time Tuesday video. I know you guys are having a beautiful, blessed day because we're tea timers. It's absolutely what we do. Our affirmation of the day is, why is manifesting so easy for me? Why is manifesting so easy for us? We're tea timers. We get whatever we want so easily and effortlessly. I wanted to start a new series on SP and self-concept because this is where most of the questions come from, and I've also been down the SP journey. I've also been down the self-concept journey. So I'm thinking to do for the next 3 months a series of these two particular topics. Self-concept is the most important topic to me, because if you build a house on a shaky foundation, it will crumble. So self-concept is where all of our belief systems come from. We are the house, or we are the base of the house, and everything that is built on top of the house, can I talk? Everything that is built on top of the base is as strong as the base itself. So an SP is like the number one topic that people are always asking me about. So I will definitely dive into that as well. In this video, I'm going to start with self-concept. Self-concept, for those of you who don't know, is the concept that we have of ourselves and the way that everybody in our reality views us. So whether it's a boss at work, our romantic interest, our family, our children, children are family, but you get the gist. Anybody, everybody around us, how they look at us. When they see us, what do they see? And it's the same thing for how we view people, because you'll hear people say we create everyone in our reality and the personalities that they show up as. This is based on the fact of people can only show up in our reality based on the idea that we have of them. So let's say, for example, if you were going to work and you were for sure under the impression that your boss is a tyrant and they're a micromanager. When you show up every day, I can guarantee you that no matter what you do, they are micromanaging you and being annoying. If you went to work for the next 3 days and said to yourself, every time that they did something annoying and micromanaging, thanks for helping me out there. You were really great about that. I'm so glad that you trust me. I'm so glad that you see me as a super valued part of this team. You would shift how you looked at your boss, and therefore your boss would be able to show up in the manner that you actually want them to show up in. This is the same situation for everybody else in our reality. If you have a perceived toxic relationship with your family, how do you talk about your family? How do you tell your friends about your family? What viewpoint do you have of your family when you go to their house or you interact with them? Are you assuming that your family is going to be the same old narrative? They are jealous, mean, they fight with you all the time. If you change the story of the way that you looked at your family and how they viewed you, you would see different behaviorisms from them. This is the same way that we need to be with ourselves. If you have a concept of yourself that you are not chosen, not prioritized, not loved, not wanted, not valued, the list can go on, then that is the only way that people who come into your reality can view you as. And whether it's you start a relationship and it's going well for the first couple of weeks, and all of a sudden the person says something along the lines of, I can't really be with you, I have to work on myself right now, or they say something along the lines that indicates to you that you feel unvalued or unworthy to that person, you're not something that they need to have in their lives, they will fill the narrative of whatever it is you're putting out to the world. So if you, it's as an example, you see those celebrities where you're like, they're not particularly that beautiful looking, but they always seem to secure these relationships with people where the person worships them. It doesn't matter what relationship they're in, they follow the same trend. The person worships them, wants to be with them. That person who you deemed as maybe not physically the best looking has all the control in the relationship. This is because their self-concept is probably extremely high. Vice versa, you see celebrities who are quote unquote so beautiful or so handsome, and all their relationships end the same way, where they get left, they get with people who you deem maybe not on the same level as them, etc. Their self-concept is probably not as high in that love area. We all have self-concepts in every area of our lives, whether it's in love, career, money, every area of our lives. We have a self-concept for each particular area. So the first step or the first job in manifestation is to figure out what that self-concept looks like. And you, as well as myself, know that we're pretty aware of which areas we have a little bit of a lower self-concept in. For myself, because I was raising a child on my own and I had to provide everything for him on my own, I looked at money as a harder area for me in terms of when will it show up next? Oh, I have to work twice as hard as anybody else because I'm supporting two people. Things of that nature, where I had to break that ideology I had in my mind when I first started manifestation or consciously manifesting, that money isn't that hard to come by. Money comes to me easily and effortlessly. The less I work, the more I make, things of that nature. I had to change those concepts in order to get money that is flowing to me on a consistent basis and not breaking my back to do so. This could be applied to our areas in love as well. A lot of people think they have to earn people's love, or love doesn't stay, or they're lucky if they manifest their SP because their SP is above them. You want a self-concept that says, I am the best that anybody's going to get. Money loves me. My SP loves me. My job loves me. I am the boss at my job, and I run my company better than anybody's ever seen. We want to excel in every area of our self-concept. And this may take a couple minutes of work where you sit down and you look at each area of your life and you circle what areas you might be perceivingly struggling with. And let's say, for example, it's with SP. Well, what kind of relationship did you have in terms of love? When you were growing up with your family, did you see a healthy relationship with your parents? Were they a loving relationship? Did your dad leave at some point and you were raised by a single mom? Did your mom leave and you were raised by a single dad? Could there be a link in how you have relationships with the preference of your choosing, in terms of if you saw a mom abandon you and you saw a woman exit out of your life? Is that perhaps part of the self-concept that women don't stay, or women are hard to reach, or etc., etc.? These are the things that you need to look at in your 3D reality, and you need to sit down with yourself and figure out, what is my self-concept in each area of life? Once you figure out what it is, you would want to make affirmations that targeted those areas. So for an example, as an example of what I just said, the area of money for me, if I'm saying I have to work twice as hard to make money, money is so hard to come by, my affirmation would be, the less I work, the more I make. Money is easy and effortless. Money comes to me quicker than water comes out of a tap, or something along those lines. Why am I such a money magnet? Why does money chase me? Why does money show up for me every single day? Why do I create $1,000 a day? Why is my business so booming? Whatever affirmation you choose that hits that spot that you're perceivingly working on is what you would want to recite throughout the next couple of days to shift that belief over to one that actually serves you. So whenever people on YouTube or whichever platform you use are talking about self-concept, what they're saying is, how is your relationship with yourself, and how do you view people viewing you? How do you view yourself, and how do you think people view you? And anything that isn't serving you in any area of your life, you want to sit down and make affirmations to affirm in the opposite direction, so that you can start receiving things in a different way. It's not a hard job to sit down and write affirmations in a different way for yourselves. It's really not. And for those of you who are thinking it sounds daunting, it's not. It takes a couple minutes to sit down, target a couple groups of situations in your life where you may be working on things, and write affirmations that are supportive of the opposite direction. If you don't affirm and you just visualize things, you can use any technique you want. Whether you hear someone, a friend, a person close to you, what have you, say via the telephone technique, Oh my God, isn't it so great that you have a perfect self-concept? You can visualize this throughout the day. If you are not a visualizer or a affirmer and you're a scripter, you could script out your new affirmation. Isn't it wonderful I have a perfect self-concept? Isn't it wonderful that everybody in my reality loves me? Isn't it wonderful that I'm deemed as the guy or girl that has it all? Isn't it wonderful that everybody thinks that I'm the best thing that ever happened in this reality? Isn't it so wonderful that I get everything I want? Isn't it so wonderful that my job is perfect? Isn't it so wonderful that people at my job respect me? Whatever the case is, whatever technique you choose, you need to start out by focusing on what self-concept you want to improve and go from there. In my next video of this series, I will be focusing on SP and maybe the first or second steps I noticed when I was manifesting my SP to help you guys along. Please comment below and let me know if this video resonates with you and if this series excites you, because this is something, like I said, I'll be doing for the next 2 to 3 months to get everybody off the ground jumping so that we can get our stuff. And I know a lot of people will say, well, you don't have to do any of that. You can just affirm and your things will come to you. You definitely can. I'm just saying, if we get a hard-coded self-concept, our manifestations are going to come in a lot easier and stay. Because I jumped straight into getting that text or that call from my SP, and he came in and he texted and called me, but it didn't go anywhere further because I was micromanaging my manifestation. I wasn't trusting that we were together forever and I didn't need to figure out the rest. So I'm just saying, if you have can I talk? If you have a hard-coded self-concept, then you don't have to do as much of the little manifestations as you would the other way, because you're going to have a concept of self that says you get your SP and they stay. I love y'all, but not as much as you should be loving yourselves. Have a beautiful, blessed Tuesday. Bye.